on these sort of unconcise forms, and whereas the Japanese will hold these with great endearment, and much more than say that one and that one. But if you come from a westernized sort of Stoke-on-Trent idea, you know, you won't like this one so much as you like these.
Well, that's Raku, that one.
Yeah.
That fella. My favourite pot in this caravan is actually over there behind the computer. It's a bottle with sort of stripes down the edge. That is a pot I quite like.
That's got an ash glaze on top of the...
well, it's like a clearish kind of glaze over an iron slip with
wax resist.
Wax, yeah.
Yeah, that's quite a nice pot, that one, Simon.
Yeah, I quite like that.
Funny,
one.
I like pots on the whole, but I don't know. I find the very thing that people like about the Japanese pots, I have a sort of schizophrenic attitude to it. On the one hand, I see it as part of the whole, and the other thing, I see it as being a sort of muddy interpretation of something. I think Bernard had it more right insofar as he was bridging the gap between the mud and the sophistication.
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean, yeah.
Now the point about it is that what you have to decide, I have to decide, is which is right and where. You see what I mean? Because in certain circumstances we don't want chic, sort of flamboyant colours and this sort of thing. But if you're coming from a muddy background, you would appreciate the more slick things. But if you come from a slick world, you might say, no thank you, I want a handmade pot with all its throwing lines and infrastructure related accoutrements, you know.
Mm.
I like the Lowerdown. I like the Lowerdown. You know, these chaps here are quite nice. The way the green has done its stuff in there.
That clay body has not much iron in it. It's one I used in Spain, but it's quite different than some of the other ones which have got a lot of iron in. So it looks fairly clean, the Lowerdown.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Well, I have a white clay too that does that.
I suppose you could take any old clay but put a white slip over it and then bisque fire it and then dip it to get the similar kind of effect.
In Turkey they have a museum full of this stuff, this green.
What other pots can we show, Jerome?
Well, I'm just going through them here a bit.
A lot of these pots I look at now and I have a deep sense of not being happy with them particularly, but you know.
Is that one made by me or is it made by someone?
No, it's one made by me.
I think it's
the Raku one. That's kind of like flecking, which is kind of
£60.
You see, it is very funny. You know, some people like a more accentuated form. Other people like the suggestion of a form rather than the actual thing. So now, what else we